All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, from hockey, we stay on the ice for a little bit, and with the weather these days, it seems a little bit appropriate. Next sport in the spotlight is the sport of speed skating, where our next two guests are not just siblings, but also both members, although I guess one might be technically referred to as an alumnus of the Regina Speed Skating Club. They are Keegan, sitting next to Mitch, and Callie at the far end of the table, the Speed Skating Christs. We'll start with the elder sister, if that's all right, sir? All right. Callie, well, first and foremost, welcome back to town. I guess you haven't been back all that long. Your first year at the U of C this year. Let's start with the educational stuff. Parents are in the audience, and they seem to appreciate that sort of thing. How did the first year of school go?
Pretty good. It was tough with skating and everything, but overall, I think it went not too bad.
What are you taking at U of C?
Actuarial science.
Oh, just some bird courses. All right. That's
well, you'd be good because you're for the birds, so
Yeah, except I
she'd
can't
study you.
I can't count. I used to work in radio, so there weren't big numbers to keep track of. That's fortunate.
Yes.
Talk about that balancing act a little bit. I mean, your first year of university and obviously a high level of competitive skating. How'd you make it work?
I decided to take 3 classes in my second semester so that I could do the traveling, and a lot of studying and whatnot when I got back to try to catch up.
When you weren't traveling, how many training sessions a week normally?
5 or 6 a week, and then depending on the day, we could have weights or an easy bike in the afternoon, as well as an on-ice session every morning. So.
When you're in Calgary, obviously with the Canadian speed skating team, that's the home. What's it like to sort of rub elbows with so many of the skaters that have become household names now?
It's great. Actually, Lucas Mikowski was out there, and I'd talked to him a lot. He's from the Regina Club, so it was kind of nice to be able to skate along with him sometimes.
Does a guy like that sort of take you under his wing because you guys are from the same place or not? Did you feel that maybe he took you under his wing a little bit?
A little bit. His older brother, Mikola, more so, was around more often to be able to talk to me and everything. Yeah.
Talk about some of the places you traveled to. First and foremost, congratulations on making the national junior team. That's obviously a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
As a result, where'd you go?
I went to Berlin for the final Junior World Cup, and then the following week I was in Moscow for the Junior World Championships.
And how'd you place?
17th overall in the Junior World Championships, and I only did 2 distances at in Berlin, just to kind of get used to the international scene and everything, but not too bad there either. It was 7th in the 1500, so
nothing wrong with that.
Certainly good enough to earn SAS Sport Athlete of the Month for February.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
You are a long track specialist. Why the long track?
I don't like the corners in the short track. I had some trouble staying on my feet, and long track is just kind of where I fit. So.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you sort of have to go through short track to get to long track first? Because I know I was talking to some people at the Winter Games in Moose Jaw, and they were saying that you sort of have to sort of cut your teeth by doing short track first. Is that the case, and is it a big difference between short track and long track, with the exception, obviously, the course when it comes to footwork and that?
A little bit. For Saskatchewan, you definitely have to do the short track, just because our long track season is cut so short during the winter. I know a lot of skaters from Calgary specialize in either short track or long track when they're very young. But yeah, Saskatchewan you have to do both if you want to get anywhere.
Well, let's talk to the short track specialist a little bit. Keegan, welcome.
Hi.
Grade 10 at Winston-Knoll, eh?
Yep.
How's that going for you?
Pretty good.
How are you balancing school and competitive skating?
It's going good. Getting all my homework done.
That's the main thing. Feel like you've got an act to live up to with what your sister's doing?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's talk about some of the competitions you were in this past season.
I went to Canadians in Campbellton, New Brunswick. And then just some local meets and some meets in Calgary.
And how'd you do?
I did fairly well. Didn't do as good as I wanted to. Didn't get the personal best, but it was fun.
How many hours a week? Well, obviously not as much right now, but during the season, how many hours a week are you putting in?
Usually around 5-ish for our practices, or about an hour and a half. Have like 3, and then some off-ice training too, before and after practice.
Who's your coach?
Dave Beidel.
Okay, sure. And talk about the quality of coaching. I guess you could both probably address this. I mean, obviously that Bill guy probably didn't help you much, but other than him, talk about the quality of coaching here in Regina.
We have very good coaches, and good Group 2 coaches, good Group 1 coaches, and good Group 3 coaches. So good coaches all around, very helpful. And
what about your long-term goal? Do you hope to follow the path that your sister blazed and head off to Calgary and train at the Oval there?
yeah, I'd like to go out there, just not train at the Oval, just at the short track rink.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. And Callie, what's next for you?
Summer training and back out to Calgary either July or August, and back on ice in August actually. And hopefully I'll be trying out for Junior Worlds again this year. Got one more year left of junior, and then just keep the training up and see where it goes.
Sounds good. Well, both of you, congratulations on a great season, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I was just kidding. Bill Christ, heck of a coach. Heck of a coach. If you want to get your son or daughter into speed skating, Bill's the man. Stick around. Much more coming up.